Why you can't stop people pleasing until you see this. Let me start off by telling you a brief story. So, I had an opportunity come across my desk today from a friend I care about, a friend I respect. Details don't matter as much, but it was positioned in a way of what he wanted, how he wanted my help, kind of an exchange, yada yada. And I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel like this is what I wanted to do, but my mind kept kind of pushing me. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm being too selfish by kind of asserting a potential no. Maybe this is what I've been looking for to kind of regain certain direction. But I kind of went through the details, and the more I kind of went through it, the more my body was just feeling the no. And what's interesting is I find that there's often potentially a disconnect between the mind and kind of your innate intuition, your sense of innate wisdom, your body on kind of a body intelligence aspect. And the key is the mind is louder. And just because it's louder, like the squeaky wheel does not have to get the grease. And often you don't want to give the squeaky wheel the grease, be it the mind in this case. But it's prominent. So I kept trying to wrestle with the details of like maybe I could help him, but the more I thought about what it would actually entail and what I would be giving in exchange for what I didn't feel was what I wanted, like I didn't want to do kind of the opportunity ultimately. But the critical piece was I reached out to a friend. He kind of heard my version of it, and it was obvious to him. He's probably biting his tongue. Like, it is so clear that this is a resounding no for you. And so kind of, the mind, maybe I'm missing something, maybe I'm being selfish, maybe I'm missing opportunity. And then you have some sort of sounding board, a friend you trust, mentor, coach, therapist, but like you don't know. So it's like I needed less of an advisor and more of a mirror. And finding the right mirror, is important. Who you have reflect back to you kind of can potentially become your reality. So, you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with, things like that. But a good friend will sit there, listen, and so just having him reflect back to me what my body was trying to say gave me the confidence to ultimately come back to my friend in question here, who I sent him a voice note saying, thanks, but no thanks. If you really want my help, you can pay for it. But ultimately, like, I don't want to do it this way. I like the voice notes. Depends on, wouldn't break up with someone with voice notes, but like, it depends on the details. But I like voice notes because it accomplishes 2 things. One, the human component of like, you get to express your warmth and your tact that, I love what you're building, but this isn't right for me. So just like the skill of learning how to say no, which we're going to come to, is important. So you get the warmth in the voice note, but you also get I don't want to this is not like a hour-long back and forth debate. Like, I'm making a decision. It is what it is. I don't want to be convinced out of it. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. So anyway, I sent the voice note, kind of thanks, but no thanks. Here's briefly why. Also, here's another, there's so many levels to the people pleasing. This is just a little taste test. So at the end, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe, because if you want more people pleasing stuff, I got tons more coming. There's so many layers to it, right? So one is the communication useful, true, the right time, kind? So it's not just true, Meaning, there are reasons why I didn't want you. You may not want to do something. You don't have to explain all of them. You don't have to explain every reason. You can offer some reasons, so people, if it's like a friend, so they have some context of like, hey man, my plate is full. I really just need to focus on what I have in front of me. I wish you all the best. Maybe for the next cohort, maybe for the next, circle back down the line. Like, so there's a way you can give people a polite no, but you don't have to give. I don't know. That's another one. Like, there's levels to honesty, and it's just, you just give people enough that you feel like you gave them a sufficient reason. Because I also personally don't want to lie to people, especially my friend. I don't want to manufacture reasons. I want to give a component. I want to give, like, here's a pizza slice of what's going on, and this is why. But I happen to know other reasons in the background that he doesn't need to know about, of why I also don't want to do it, or why now is not the right time. So just like kind of mentally deciphering what you need to communicate to people. And then layers upon layers. What do I mean, layers upon layers? If someone doesn't respond well to you saying no, what does that say about the whole thing to begin with? Like, what kind of friend are they if they have a huge issue with you not self-abandoning, you not people-pleasing, right? So like multiple steps. One is kind of understanding, what does this say about, if your mind is saying all these scary things and then those were to play out, what does that actually say about you or your friend, right? Like, if your mind's scared, I don't want to like, what if, and then they actually, which rarely would happen, but they actually do freak out, like, that's not probably the person you want to be around anyway, right? So it's like, it all goes towards, I think J.P. Jordan Peterson said, like, there's like, if you want to have a good, adventurous, congruent, aligned life, just stop lying. Just show up as you are. So it's like, it's a muscle, and this is the second or fifth, whatever number we're on, piece. Courage reps. It takes courage to say no to people, especially if you're like most of us, recovering people pleaser. Like, you want to, it's pretty obvious what people want half the time. Like, you're excited, and you don't want to like dampen their excitement. You want to like rise to their enthusiasm, but it takes courage to say no to people. And so, thinking, again, inner game, mentally thinking of these things that you're scared of, be it saying no or anything, as courage reps. You go talk to that stranger, talk to that girl, talk to that guy. You go do something that you're nervous, that's a courage rep. You go say no to a friend, that's a courage rep. And that is very helpful. So, summarizing as I ramble, having the right mirror, having the right friend, paramount. Potentially mission critical in this situation for me. And then mentally thinking of these things as reps, and give yourself that encouragement of, like, you're building the muscle. How are you gonna do what you wanted? How are you gonna, I don't even know, like, build the business project? Like, how are you gonna show up the way you say you want to show up if you can't just keep these kind of basic promises to yourself and lean into those courage reps? So that's kind of the thing. I think the final send off is, you have to be, I'd rather be wrong and trust myself than right and not trust myself. Meaning, maybe I am wrong. Maybe I missed an opportunity. Maybe this was not the right call. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. Maybe. That is what the mind is saying. But I think there's more value in you just building those courage reps, building the muscle of actually, you know what? I could explain it maybe, but honestly, I'm feeling aided and abetted by having the mirror of a friend. I'm just feeling in my body, this is not it. Listening to that. That's trusting yourself. That's a master life skill. So I think the people pleasing is a really good trailhead because it runs through and permeates so many crevices that we all need to flush out, right? Having the courage, having the ability to trust ourselves. That's why I love these buzzword algorithmic headlines like people pleasing, how to get over a narcissist, how to get over my ex. These are trailheads that are going to lead you into where you need to go, which is, it comes back to you learning how to trust yourself. Like, that's a skill in and of itself, which would be a separate video. So find the right mirror, acknowledge, like, take a pause, right? So opportunity thing, tendency, mind wants to people please, mind wants to say yes, mind wants to react. Take a beat, at least give yourself a chance to settle, like, is my body, is this a hell yes, or I'm not feeling great about it? And that's okay. But you might not feel like it's okay because it doesn't feel like okay. So then you talk to a friend and he reflects back to you, or whoever you can trust, parent, whatever, reflect back to you. I'm not getting a lot of, I'm getting, you know, it doesn't sound like this is something you really want to do. So you're giving space to listen to that deeper innate wisdom. Again, we could do it could be a whole other YouTube channel, a whole other, you know, just not letting the monkey mind run rampant. Right? Probably this video is already probably getting bloated, but just the skill of, like, stepping into what you're feeling and not letting the monkey mind go haywire. Just even acknowledging that phenomena, you're already ahead of most people. So I'll cut it off there. I think it's just good to know that this is something everyone struggles with, and it means you're human. It means you want to be there, help your friends, and you're juggling your own goals and aligned life and all that stuff. So it's all good. These are master skills. Go find your courage rep. Go talk to the barista. Whatever you're like, oh, I want to do it, but I'm not doing it. Go take that courage rep, whatever it is for you. And there you have it. If you want more people-pleasing video, I need some way to know that you even remotely found this valuable. So like and subscribe helps me, but more importantly, helps me know what kind of videos, what kind of sentiments that you got that resonates with you. Thank you. On to the next one.